Global markets are watching, business owners are holding their breath, and working families across America are asking the one question that really matters. What just happened in Geneva? Tonight, we're learning that the Trump administration has secured what they're calling a breakthrough deal with China. After months of tariffs, billions in lost trade, and nonstop warnings from so-called experts who said Trump's policies would fail, turns out they were wrong yet again. What started out as a bruising trade war now appears to be ending with the United States forcing China back to the table. At least that's what the White House is telling us tonight. We're going to break it all down, starting with the secretive talks in Switzerland, the $1.2 trillion trade deficit President Trump declared as a national emergency, and the massive tariffs that had American businesses demanding relief. But the real question tonight, what exactly is in this deal? And is this really the turning point America needs? So we're going to get started. I'm Tom with the Daily Beltway. I'm also the publisher of the Illinois Review and a White House correspondent for the Next News Network. Tonight, we're covering what could be the biggest trade headline of the year. The Trump administration just announced that the United States and China have reached a breakthrough trade agreement after 2 days of face-to-face negotiations in Geneva, Switzerland. Leading the U.S. team were Secretary Treasury Scott Bessent and U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer. On China's side, the talks were led by Vice Premier He Lifeng, one of President Xi Jinping's top advisors. So these negotiations came after months of back and forth tariffs that started earlier this year. The Trump administration launched the first round of tariffs back in February at 20%. That quickly escalated to 34% in April, and by May, tariffs reached a punishing 145% on Chinese imports. China responded with 125% tariffs on American products, freezing nearly $600 billion in annual trade and sending shockwaves through global markets. Both countries felt the sting. American families watched prices rise and Chinese factories slowed down, and businesses on both sides called for relief. And what they're not telling you is that the shipyards in China were just literally just stacked high with crates and containers, and then ships that were in transit were coming back to the U.S. So we were definitely winning that one. So that brings us to Geneva, where the Swiss government hosted 2 days of high-stakes meetings behind closed doors. Secretary Bessent and Ambassador Greer represented the United States, keeping President Trump fully updated the entire time. After the talks wrapped up, Secretary Bessent called them productive. Greer described the progress as faster than anyone had expected. But let's be honest, the American people want more than vague headlines. They want real answers. And so that's why we're bringing you this. Let's check out the actual script here. Let's see what they had to say.
I think that led to a great deal of the productivity we've seen. We will be giving details tomorrow, but I can tell you that the talks were productive. We had the Vice